If Harvard shut its gates, it could be its own country, just like the Vatican.
That if Duke were to dig a moat around its perimeter and fill that with water, it could be its own tiny island nation, like Cuba or maybe even Sri Lanka.
We had our own version of the Statue of Liberty, the John Harvard statue.
We also have our own version of Christ the Redeemer, the statue of James Buchanan Duke standing atop an octagonal pedestal to grace Able Quad.
Our own embassies, the Harvard clubs of Boston and London.
After all, we are home to several consulates, students of the Caribbean, Pakistani Students Association, Duke Africa, Japanese Culture Club,
A tax collection agency, the Harvard Alumni Association.
We also have an IRS with its surprisingly bubbly fleet of tax collectors, the Duke Alumni Association.
And an endowment larger than more than half the world's countries' GDPs.
We also have the equivalent of the Federal Reserve, DUMAC, which manages an endowment larger than the GDP of 1/3 of the countries in the world.
We also had our own diplomatic passports. Nowhere did I see this more clearly than at US Immigration at Boston Logan Airport.
All Duke citizens also get diplomatic passports, which are like sweet nothings to the ears of US Immigration. Believe me, I've tried and tested.
Whenever they saw I was coming from the Middle East, what were you doing there? Why are you here? Why did God make you from the Middle East?
Whenever I would be coming back from Pakistan, the questions would almost always run something like, first name, last name. That does not sound Pakistani enough. So how exactly did you concoct the scheme to be born to Pakistani parents in Pakistan?
But I made sure I dressed like our overly proud Harvard dads.
I would be sure to raid the Duke store, like our overly enthusiastic Duke moms and dads.
With Harvard hat, Harvard shirt, Harvard shorts, and Harvard underwear.
Yes, we're talking Duke cap, Duke sweatshirt, Duke sweatpants, Duke sunglasses, Duke slides, and even Duke underwear.
And as soon as they saw I was a citizen of Harvard, oh, you go to Harvard. Surely you must not be a national security threat. Welcome to America.
As soon as immigration officers saw that I bled blue, oh, you're a Duke national. National security threat? No, not you. Come on in.
And suddenly, all the gates to the American dream opened wide.
And all of a sudden, in a jiffy, as I like to put it, the doors to this whole new world of possibilities flung wide open.
I saw it everywhere, this Harvard nation, but I saw it not just in the hard structures, but more importantly, in its invisible institutions, the invisible scaffolds around and undergirding the hard institutions.
Soon, the overtly visible, the concrete institutions melted into the background, and the unseen wiring that holds our school together began to scream out loud.
I saw it in the quarreling columns of the Crimson newspaper, its kung fu fights of ideas and lively student debates, with the potency to propel policy changes by the next morning's print.
And the dissenting opinion pieces of the Duke Chronicle, ripe with the potency to make you rethink your beliefs.
I saw it in our cluttered bulletin boards, bustling with life, with announcements of student-led conferences, Broadway-worthy shows, and dorm room projects turned World's Next Facebook, smothering each other for our cursory glimpse.
I saw it in my overly cluttered inbox, teeming with reminders of cultural showcases, student-led speaker events, and advocacy for any cause you can possibly imagine.